It takes a wolf to catch a wolf. Alonzo Harris, the ruthless Vato. Few characters have ever been as disgustingly depraved as Alonzo Harris.
King Kong ain't got on me!
Bishop from Juice, Kevin Spacey's character, John Doe from Seven, Saul Goodman, Ramsey Bolton, Tony Soprano, and Handsome Jack. Some people say that the devil was the most beautiful angel. This is the story of Lucifer. From the beginning, Training Day sets up a contrast between Alonzo Harris and Jake Hoyt. Alonzo, a complex and ruthless cop, upholds the law on one hand while exploiting the weak and empowering criminals on the other. He's a walking contradiction. He promises to protect and serve, but he also betrays his best friend, regularly does business with drug cartels, and orchestrates murders. He can predict the future, but cannot see his own demise.
A Los Angeles Police Department narcotics officer was killed today, serving a high-risk warrant in Echo Park. Give me the...
A Los Angeles Police Department narcotics officer was killed today, serving a high-risk warrant near LAX. An LAPD spokesperson said Officer Alonzo Harris was survived by his wife and 4 sons.
He'll promote a young, promising prospect like Jake, but also have that person killed without hesitation. Alonzo's not a good man. He's not a fair man, but he's a man shaped by his environment. As the day unfolds, Jake gets a harsh introduction into Alonzo's world. While under the influence and outnumbered by crackheads on the street, Jake manages to save a young woman from a horrible fate. Alonzo watches from the distance, choosing to not intervene, mirroring how the community will later watch Alonzo lose his fight with Jake. This act of saving the woman is the first instance of karma at play. The woman from
Hillside 13, you fucking remember that.
Along with her uncles, who will become Jake's executioners, later spare his life.
This is some trippy homes.
Alonzo's deceit runs deep. He keeps up appearances, pretending to be a father who cares for his son, spending time with him, talking to him, only to be quick to offer him up in a gun exchange. He maintains a relationship with Roger, Scott Glenn's character, a man who sells drugs to kids. Roger knows that what he's doing is wrong and perhaps has been waiting for his day of reckoning. He almost just lets Alonzo do what he wants to do at this time of reckoning.
Well, you want me to shoot him?
Yeah. Go on, kid. Do me a favor. Come on.
When Alonzo decides it's time, Roger dies. A horrific death. A necessary sacrifice to Alonzo's twisted game.
This shit's chess, it ain't checkers.
Alonzo would say that he just
Cash in an account.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Whose?
one of my old ones, my first one.
But Alonzo's plans extend beyond Roger. He orchestrates Jake's involvement, making him provide the very funds for his own death.
In the bedroom, right?
Jake means so little to him that Alonzo can't even be bothered to ensure the young officer's demise himself. That kind of confidence makes you wonder, how many of these executions has Alonzo orchestrated? How many officers have mysteriously lost their lives on his watch? Alonzo's a different kind of heathen. He consoles and gives passionate pep talks to those who have been through trauma, all while smiling in their faces and orchestrating their execution.
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly.
He smiles and makes eye contact, all while plotting their end. He even pushes Jake to compromise his morals, making him drink on the job, drink while driving, and use drugs while on duty. As the Joker says,
madness, as you know, is like gravity.
And Alonzo seems to believe the same. By the climax, Alonzo's machinations come full circle. The death sentence.
The next one will kill you. Oh, son of a bitch. You shot me in the ass.
The very fate that he had predicted for Jake before aiming a 12-gauge shotgun at his face becomes his own. Instead of the 12-gauge, it's 12 assault rifles that end his life. Ultimately, the hate that was inside of Alonzo's heart is what devoured him, while the love inside Jake's heart is what delivers him. In the end, Training Day is a movie about karma. Alonzo oppressed his community and used his power and influence to dominate them.
Jake, go ahead and bounce on me. Get up out of here. We got your back.
What?
Just like that.
Oh, no, you didn't.
But when it mattered the most, his own power inhibited him. Jake, on the other hand, stood against Alonzo's corruption.
You can't pull this shit on me, man. I didn't sign up for this.
And in doing so, found unexpected allies in those who recognized his integrity. And they also may have been a little tired of Alonzo's BS. Alonzo's death highlights the harsh reality of his world. No good cop lasts because reporting a bad cop implicates you in crimes you've witnessed.
Okay. First time, you're not comfortable. I'll hold it for you. Okay? What about you? You comfortable?
Oh, I'm comfortable.
How's your comfort level?
I'm very comfortable.
Alonzo, despite his unscrupulous nature, was never truly alone. He was always accompanied by underlings looking for a rank, by a judge, politicians, and those who condoned his actions. This brings us to the notion that there are no good cops because those who don't speak up are complicit. So the question remains, if Alonzo hadn't pressed, if he hadn't rushed to break Jake, would Jake have become one of his minions? After all, as Denzel character says,
To protect the sheep, you gotta catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf, you understand?
would Jake have eventually joined Alonzo's pack? The evidence suggests that it's possible, given how far Jake had already compromised his morals.
Give me that beer.
And if Alonzo is the devil, then perhaps Jake too was on a path of falling from grace, mirroring Alonzo's own descent from his higher ideals.
I became a cop to put away drug dealers, the poisoners, the criminals, not to be one. You sound just like me.
The first thing Roger says when he sees Jake is,
You were just like him.
What?
Same silly ass look and everything. Same in the guy.
Thank you for watching the CineFile Collection. I hope you enjoyed this small breakdown of one of my favorite movies. If you're interested in more breakdowns of movies like this or any other, please let me know in the comment section. And what do you think about Alonzo? Is he evil? Or is he just a product of his environment? I'll catch you guys in the next one.